Hello, silent viewer. How are you? Who are you? What's on the agenda this evening? Or morning, afternoon? I don't know. Don't know where you are. Or who. Hello, console.
How so?
Yeah, no, you're too smart for me. I'm glad it looks nice. That's pretty much what I was going for. I've had a number of YouTube channels where the Danish O has been like an ongoing theme through them all. So I wanted to add it to this one. The exclamation mark was just so it wasn't literally just the O. Thank you. I'm glad you do. I wanted a kind of coffee shop kind of vibe with the background music. I am, however, thinking of getting a different sound pack for various other streams, just so it's not jazz every single time. As nice as it is, I do enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't take that into consideration. I mean, the name itself is just it's just the actual name. It's not in the handle. In the handle, it's just spelled normally with an I and an O. However, you can find the channel pretty well now just by searching Watershed Records, which that's all my other handles on like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All of which I hardly ever use. But yeah, no, I never took the SEO into consideration when putting Nico in, spelled like that in the actual name. Well, yeah, that's true, to be fair. Yeah, I'm the same. Literally, whenever I need to Google something, I'll go on to ChatGTP and I'll just have a conversation with AI to... It's a lot quicker than searching for something and then having to read through page after page to get the exact answer that you're looking for. Whereas if you ask ChatGTP, it'll give you an answer, and then if you have follow-up questions, you can take it from there. I've also just realised that you got Zweideutig in your name. Are you German by any chance? Ah. Well, close. I'd say close enough. There's a difference, but geographically close enough. We'll stick with Land of Mozart because pretty much everywhere nowadays, not so much the poisoned wine, but corrupt politicians. England's terrible for it. America is getting fairly bad. Just everywhere. Just, I'm not going to start heading down that path, just purely because YouTube has a vendetta against me and doesn't like me saying things out of line. Like, literally, I had a 30-minute stream last week where the only thing I said was thank you for a like, because someone pressed the heart button that you'll have at the bottom right hand side. I said thank you for that, and the stream got demonetized. Like, it was this music and me saying thank you at about the 15-minute mark. So I'm not going to say anything too controversial. I'm also going to try and not swear tonight, because they don't like that. Like, after a certain point, I can usually get away with it, but I've learned that I don't know what the certain point is. I know, right? I have no idea. Like, I have various. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hold up. No, I've got a couple more that are demonetized now. Oh, no. The ones that are, the couple more that are demonetized, they have actual songs in which do contain swearing and adult references. So, fair enough, because some of the songs have actually been demonetized, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 17. I've got 17 public streams. That's fine. No, I've got 17. Some are not public. Regardless, there's 17 streams there, and the ones that are just music are fine, bar one of them that I need to appeal because it's literally just music. All the ones where I'm talking are fine. There is one that has a copyright strike, which I knew it would get it at the time because I played Immortal Technique. I knew it was going to get striked. didn't care because it wasn't staying public. But yeah, the 30-minute one literally said thank you, no reason for it whatsoever. So I appealed that one, and they remonetized it, but then I made it unlisted because it was boring. It was 30 minutes of nothing. They really do not. But to be fair, well, thank you for subscribing, Greg. To be fair, when I bet that's going to get this stream demonetized now. When I have that guy all over my channel and the types of songs that I do, I'm bound to get demonetized on a lot of them. Again, I knew it coming into it. But don't care, because end of the day, it's comedy, it's satire, it's just music. It's supposed to be fun, and I am not going to change the way that I write songs just because they don't like it. This itself is my primary income. However, my partner's been out of work 8 years. No. She was back in work when we had our first. About 6 years, I think, give or take. And we still have a young one who's out of school, but she wanted to get back into work, so I've come out of work to stay at home with the youngest, do the whole parenting thing, and she's gone back into work, which is why me doing this right now is possible, and this being it's a small source of income, but still a source of income. And over time, with the way the channel grows, because it still picks up subs fairly quickly, it still earns a little bit on revenue. Over time, I can just grow it, and hopefully it will be a livable sort of wage. And then if not, and my partner wants to come out of work and be a parent again, I'll go back into work. If not, and she doesn't want to come out of work, then I'll just wait until our youngest is in school full time. Year after next. And I'll just go back to work. Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, one of my songs from September was literally called "If You Say Unalive, You Sound Like a C Word" that I'm not going to say because YouTube. And that was literally about people that they'll refer to things as unalive and suicide and self-censorship just getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, absolutely. We always have. Like I said, our eldest is 8. He's 9 in November, and over that time, I've been the one that's been in work mostly because new mother wanted to be at home. Cool. After a couple of years, she missed being a carer and wanted to go back to work. So I came out of work for... I think I was out of work for about a year. And then we had our next. And then she was a new mother again. So she stayed at home and I just went back to work. And then a bit later down the line, I got my CSCS card so I could work construction. And I could literally walk from one job to the next. For example, I was saying just this morning, I think, on Discord, walking in and out of construction jobs was that easy that there was one day when it was literally just slightly raining and I knew I'd be working outside. I stepped out my front door, headed around the corner and stood under a bridge for about 2 to 3 minutes just watching this rain. And I just decided, no, I'm not working out in the rain today. Headed back home, didn't call in work. And then the following week, I was in a different job. Yeah, it's just stupid, in my opinion. Like a lot of the time, in my opinion, they're sat there talking about serious topics and using terms like unalive, and it's worse than if they were calling it by what it actually is. It's kind of like they're just making light of the situation, even though they're not. But then you get people that use it in everyday conversation when there's no need to self-censor, and it just sounds ridiculous. So that's kind of where the that song came from. It's a good song as well, but I knew for a fact, I knew the second I put that last word in the song, it was getting demonetized, and I was not best pleased about it, because it is a good song, but the second something gets demonetized, then YouTube's not pushing it out to people, because it's no use to them. They're not earning anything from it, so they don't care about promoting it. Colonel! Right now, I'll be streaming possibly for the next, either the next half an hour or an hour and a half. I'm not sure. It just depends what time my partner's going to be on the way home. And then I've got to get up and do the evening rush and get some food on, get her a bath ready. In fact, I'll just get her a bath ready and make the food while she's in the bath. Let her have a soak with a bath bomb and... yeah. It is. It's actually getting to the stage where we're censoring like they used to back then. Which is kind of ironic because I'm making music from that sort of era. But just totally throwing the censorship out of the window and making it as vile as possible. Or some of them especially. Like the Rob You Blind. Like, he'd have been hung for the sort of stuff he sings about. Pink Lips are fairly bad. And the Foreskins are pretty out there as well. I do have some... oh, my laptop's about to die. So I'm just going to plug that in before it does. Yeah, no worries, buddy. I may just end up streaming again. I say this every time, but I may just end up streaming again tonight. But yeah, everyone's doing well, thank you, buddy. Hope you are too, and I shall talk to you later. Now, where? There it is. Oh, I can't reach the plug socket. Gotcha. Uh-oh, that's not good. No, that's really not good. Have I not turned it on? There we are. Right. Now we won't lose power. And we're all good. That was literally just everything that could have went wrong with that wire did. The wire that plugs into the laptop wasn't plugged into the box on the wire correctly. The jack that plugs into the laptop wasn't plugged in correctly. And I forgot to turn the switch on. But we got there in the end. We are most definitely saved, yes. So, how long have you been subscribed, console? Oh, hold up. We're on Monday. Ah, fair enough. How did you find the stream if you're not subscribed? To be fair, I'm like that. Like I was saying earlier, I don't really use TikTok. However, my partner stayed out. It was her birthday last week. And she went away to a spa with her sister and her mum 2 nights ago. And I was sat bored scrolling through TikTok, just talking to people on lives. Oh, awesome. Oh, really? That's cool. And you came in fairly early. So there must be something right with the search engine optimization if you managed to find the stream so quickly. Yeah, I used to before I did this channel, I used to do a creepypasta horror narration channel. So over that period of time that I was doing that, I was really into reading and started writing myself. 6 years ago, I think. But then, kids, no time to record. Editing was really starting to drain me because I was staying up till like 5 in the morning and going to sleep for an hour, waking up at 6, just hammering it out constantly. Hey, not to! Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping by. Also, Doctor, I've not told Stu this yet, but I've just started working on another track with him. He sent me a load of riffs on Discord, and I pulled one of them earlier, and I'm maybe going to be doing a country Halloween sort of song towards the end of the month. Kind of. I never actually got into the SCP series. I did want to, but there were thousands, and I wanted to narrate the entire series, which was a massive undertaking, so I never did. But I was doing things like Disney creepypasta mainly. I'll have a flick through now. Like one of them, my most popular one, and I was the first person to narrate, was She's Gone Woody. I also started doing the stories, like How to Survive. I was going to go on to do Why I Can't Watch Britcoms, How Survive in the West, and various other ones in that universe. One of my own stories that I had written and recorded like 7 years ago, when the very first story I ever written, that's on my channel. But that was uploaded recently, or 6 months ago, actually. Even though it was recorded all that time ago, I never released it. Well, it's River County Film. There's a Steamboat Willie series. I helped make Steamboat Willie and Steamboat Willie and the Carnival Kids. Whatever you do, stay out of the Disney Vault. It's like those kinds of stories. Yeah, you and me both. I never really know how it's going to sound until like the last minute. However, lyrically, it's okay. It's more tame than any of the other stuff. As I try to keep Stu's not as explicit. Then that way they're not getting demonetized. It will hopefully push them out to more people, and more like it gets Stu a bit more exposure. That was the whole point of wanting to work with Stu. Of my story was I am not a bad kid. Is it I am not or I'm not? I was not a bad kid. It's based on the 1999 series with Mr. Bear, and I wrote it as a prequel to that, but it also ties in with the creepypasta Where Bad Kids Go, and it's set in the same place as Where Bad Kids Go, like the room that the journalist goes into. That the journalist coming into the room, that takes place during my story, and yeah, I'm not going to give too much away, but yeah, it's kind of a crossover bridge kind of story between the, as well as being a prequel to 1999. I was going to go on to write a further 2 stories called Am I a Bad Kid? Or Was I a Bad Kid? And I Was a Bad Kid. One being from the perspective of Mr. Bear, and one being from the perspective of Mr. Bear's son, who's in this story. But I never did. I went on to write a whole new series called Dimensional Jumping, which was cool, actually. That was about 10 parts long. 11 parts if you include the alternate ending that's only available on another YouTuber's channel. It's not available in text. And that and the Bad Kid are both available on Reddit. You don't need to be familiar with the other stories to understand it or to read it. It's basically just like an Easter egg for those who are familiar with them. Plus, the 1999 story it's long. But yeah, basically, a bit later down the line, the main character will hear a door open and somebody walks in. That's the journalist from another story. That's literally the Easter egg. And then the dad of the main character's best friend is Mr. Bear, which is the other Easter egg. Other than that, it works as its own story. Yeah, you can you could listen to me narrate it, which I wouldn't. It's awful. Dark Somnium has also narrated it. I think he narrated it way back when I first wrote it. I believe a couple of other people have narrated it. Oh, fair enough. If you're listening to my version, it is from when I very first started narrating. Like I say, it's just I never released it back then, and I wanted to release it when I came back to YouTube, just for like people that never got a chance to hear it. My narrating is a hell of a lot better than that specific story. Oh, it's also a different voice as well. Like, I don't use my natural voice. I don't think. Oh no, I think I do on that one. Like across the channel as a whole, like on every other video since a Valentine's Day ritual earlier on. I actually put on a softer voice to get into the Nico Wonderdust character. Because, obviously, Nico Wonderdust is not my real name. Oh, I never asked. Yeah, you said you found the stream using a search engine. Could I ask what it was? Is that the... I was not a bad kid. Yeah, yeah, no, that's... I don't know, maybe that's just how I sounded back then, naturally, but for that specific story, I didn't actually put on any sort of, like, narrator voice. However, if you go to the Nico Wonderdust channel and click on literally any other video, I don't know, How to Survive, maybe. Or Steamboat Willie. I say any other video before a certain point, so... She's Gone Woody, maybe. Not the Disney Mirror Ritual from 7 years ago, because I think that's my natural voice as well. But yeah, if you click on literally any other video, you'll see that my voice sounds different. Like, I'm actually putting on a voice. Brave. Is that... Brave Search. Is their logo a lion? I feel like I've seen it before. Brave Search. It is. I have seen it before. I've never used it. However, oh, it's private. I think I will be using it. Oh, it's got answers with AI. That's cool. Yeah, I think Brave Browser may download that and give that a try. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, just seeing at the same time as you were saying, you still a big side. Oh, awesome! I that for finding things that Google have hidden, so to speak, because they do censor a lot, and they just cater to themselves and put certain search results towards the top that they want you to find, and it's not good. I do occasionally use DuckDuckGo, but even though they advertise privacy and things, I don't believe they do. I don't believe they are, sorry, private or protecting your data. And again, I think they rely on Google. Hello, Joe. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something to search for that. You know what? I'm just searching for myself. That's not going to achieve much. That is going to... Okay. Holy shit. No, that's pulling up some stuff that... Alright, there's an archived page of an interview I did. Literally, about the that I Was Not a Bad Kid story, actually. On UK Horror Scene, which is a site that's now shut down. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, no, I think I'll be using Brave from now on. That's cool. Yeah, no, that's fair. I didn't know that they'd started censoring, but I also don't believe that nowadays they're all that they claim to be. Maybe when they first came out, they weren't, or they were more private, or more protective of your data. But no, it's too popular a company now. What? I thought somebody had done a backing track then of one of my songs. Not available yet. However, it has been requested, so I need to find a way to do that. I can separate the song and vocals, but sometimes some of the music comes over with the vocals. or the instrumental isn't as clear as it could be. Okay, let's get off the old channel. All right. It's interesting. Is that for ChatGTP or? Oh, it's... Kinda. I have, however, learned to accept that, like, my image, real and avatars and things, my actual name, my actual voice, my writing, everything is all over the internet. Like, I've made a point of, like, really just getting myself out there through this. Narrating, writing stories, writing songs, graphics design, rapping. There's a couple of things of me singing. Awful. If you ever hear them, I'm sorry. There's vlogs of me. There's videos of me from back when I was like 14, 15, maybe. Like, I've really put myself out there over the years, so I might end up finding my way into something somewhere along the lines anyway. I've just learned to accept it. Oh, one. Oh, like, yeah. Yeah, no, it shows up on ChatGTP. No, it shows up on ChatGTP web. I don't think it shows up on... Does it? On the app? No, it doesn't show up on the app. Oh, I highly doubt it, to be fair. The writing, maybe. Like, the stories are just pure fiction. And the fun. dimensional jumping, I suppose, was okay. It started off with a guy waking up to the sound of screeching tires, and then he looks out of his window, sees a woman laying dead in the road and a car speeding away. Runs out to see if this woman's okay, and it's his mother who died back when he was 5, in a hit and run. And then the story continues from there for a further 10 parts. Like, that's literally just the intro to the story. So yeah, maybe it'll appreciate something like that, but all my anti-government speech and everything else, no, not so much. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, no, definitely a bad way to wake up. However, the story does get a lot worse from that point on, and it does get a lot darker for the protagonist. Open router. Let's see. It's 10 parts long. It's... I don't know if you're into that sort of story or if you ever planned on reading it. So I'll just say, basically by the end of the story, he finds out that the driver of that specific hit and run was another version of him. Or it is him. It's kind of like a time slip sort of thing. So when he's looking out of the window, he is literally looking at himself driving away after he's just killed his own mother in a hit and run. And through seeing his mum laying dead in the road, it sparks something in him that wants him to find a way to jump to another dimension where she's still alive. And every time he tries, he kills one, mostly his mother. But yeah, good story. Really good story in my opinion, but I wrote it, I'm biased. Oh yeah, no, I'd absolutely imagine. However, with each new dimension, he's responsible for the death of his mother. So he's got that going on, and the fact that this method of jumping dimensions is screwing with his head and he doesn't realise it. I don't think you find that out until like so many stories in. I think it was part 3 when it really started taking effect. I think. And then it just grew from there. He became more violent, I suppose, and just not the person he was at the start. He also kills a sister that he never originally had, and then jumps to another dimension. His sister is now his wife, but they're not. Like, she's no longer his sister. She's a new person, but still the same person sort of thing. It's hard to explain. But then, yeah, he kills her. Of course. If you can tell me how to pronounce your second name. Hi, Robert. I'm glad you like all the songs, and you've just reminded me that I need to check with another guy because he's uploading some Rob You Blind songs, because after the Blind Deception CD, Rob went on the run and left Watershed Records for a short while, but he will be back. It gives me time to work on new things, and Rob will still be available, or still be active on this other channel. Which I can't find. Awesome. No worries, Console. Thanks for stopping by. It's been nice talking to you. Community. No, thank you. I'm glad you did. There will definitely be more of that. In fact, I'm currently working on a Rob CD with. I'm assuming you've been subscribed for a while, so you'll be aware of Stu Two Locks. I'm working on a Rob album with him. It's going to be somewhat different to anything I've done before, but Rob's still going to be Rob, just a slight bit more toned down to hopefully not get him as demonetized as quick as he has been. He's still going to get demonetized. I know for a fact he's still going to get demonetized with some of the stuff that he talks about in the songs that I've already done. Like blowing a hooker's brains out of the back of a red is one of the little situations that he finds himself in, and there's another one where he goes around town just shooting the place up. But it's different different style. There's actually stories to the songs. There's like the way he performs is different. Like, it's something new, but while still being Rob. But definitely one to look out for. I'd give you a title to go by, but it doesn't currently have one. So literally just anything with Rob and Stu Two Locks. And if you look in my community tab and go back 9 days, there's a picture of some hands and handcuffs of an unreleased Rob song that Stu's actually playing the guitar on. I don't know. Basically, I've been involved in like stories for the past 7 years. It's 8 years. I started a narration channel narrating creepypastas and things like that, like 8 years ago, and then found myself a bit down the line writing stories, and then from doing that, I was kind of writing myself a character, like this Nico guy that is telling stories. He was his own thing. He had his own backstory. He lived on an island just off the coast of England that was near impossible to get to and impossible to leave, and you could only get there by performing a certain ritual. He ran a radio station on there where he would narrate stories. He's still there, to my knowledge. He was a writer himself. I don't know. There was a world building aspect to Nico, I suppose, and that whole YouTube venture. I think I've just combined that with my music. I've been writing songs since I was 11. Started just writing like songs that like singy songs. Then started doing EDM. Then started rapping. And then I stopped the actual rapping, but continued to write for so many years. And then I found myself here, doing both the narration channel and at the very start of Watershed Records, making music for the stories I was narrating. And then this channel, and then I seen Obscura's Vinyl, and seen the old style, like dirty songs, and thought, well, I want to give that a try. I tried it. Channel started getting like a significant amount of subs, and I stopped with the narration and started focusing on this. I want to just put my name on everything. I didn't want every song to sound the same, and I had to find a way to like do a country song and give that its own thing, but then do the doo-wop and then do the swing. Like some of the things, I'd come up with the song first, and then I'd need a name to go with that song. Like there was one, the Hanker Down, early on. I did a song that was about his wife, and then I did the follow-up song that was well, also about his wife. The like in life in general, he had hunkered down, and I had to come up with a name. So Hank Kerr down. The pink lips and the foreskins were the names that I wanted to work on, and then I had to write songs about that. And then I wanted to just write one specific song. I could have sworn that at some point in my life I had heard of a song called I Am the Motherfucker, and I've been searching for it for years and could never find it. That is where that specific song came from. Because I couldn't find it, I decided to write it myself. I wrote the actual song and then needed a name for the character singing the song. And then that's where Rob You Blind came from, because the sort of person who would sing that sort of song would literally rob you blind. People started asking for more, so I went on to do part 2, 3, up to part 5. But then I didn't want, like, he was a popular character, but I didn't want him to just be that. I wanted him to have a story. So I wrote the Blind Deception album, but then wanted to take a break from writing Rob. So then I had to do some sort of like outside of the song's story, and that's where the song On the Run came from. And now he's literally on the run, and it got me to to show that he's not here, to be able to take a break, kind of thing. Yeah, kind of. Like, Rob he's the sort of person I would be if I could just switch off and not care and just get away with anything. The other songs are more lustful, to be able to put a tag on that without triggering YouTube. There is Hanker Down, the original very first song of Hanker Down, was literally inspired by my partner. Like, the whole song's not about her, but the idea of being in a relationship and at some points in time you find yourself just being around the person that much that they do start to annoy you. Which, like, it's not based on now, but has happened, or I have been in that mindset in the past, and a lot of people are in that mindset now, so it's something they can relate to, and I wanted to do like that sort of song. That's where Hank came from. I've also taken it to the extreme with that and done another song by Dusty Muggins, but that's a members only song. That's kind of like Hank's first song, but more extreme, and he just doesn't like his wife. There's Morty and the Gravediggers, which is like my actual feeling towards people self-censoring. And then, yeah, like, I'll come up with a song and then try to attach a name to it and then try to give that character their own personality. But then I do have a list of names. For example, I'll pull a couple up. yeah, names of artists I want to write songs for, and I want to give their own personality. Like Helder Woody is going to be a woman who is good with her hands. Dan Nile is well, he's in denial. Just doesn't believe that he's been taken for a mug, or that he's in the wrong, or I'm not sure where I'm going to take that just yet. And Stoney Ojo is going to be like a Willie Nelson type character. But again, very early days. They're just names that I've got written down and want to work on. I've never actually heard that one, but I will listen to it after the stream. If I try to listen to it now, it's going to play through on the stream and demonetized, because they love to do that to me. This is the only stream that I'm trying to keep it child friendly. As you know, I'm a lot and pause and think about what I'm going to say before I say it. For exactly that reason, to just try and keep it family friendly. Just to see if in a week's time, after the stream's ended and it's sat there on my my live list, if YouTube demonetize it. Because they've done it with there was a 30-minute stream where the only thing I said was thank you the entire time, because someone clicked like, but nobody spoke, so I never spoke, and it was just playing this music. That got demonetized. So yeah, this is essentially a test stream. Just to see how things go. And then hopefully, if they do demonetize it, I will appeal and they'll start seeing that they're in the wrong. Awesome. Well, say hi to your girlfriend, wife. I do stream quite a lot. Compared to when I very first got streams active, or activated. I do stream at least a couple of times a week. It's mainly when my partner's at work. But I will be heading off about 20 minutes, give or take. Why is that unfortunate? Why is it unfortunate? I don't think it's unfortunate that someone likes my songs. But yeah, no, I'll be heading off in about 20 minutes or so, so I can start getting things ready for my partner getting home and cooking and blah 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 blah. But she works at this time every Monday to Wednesday, so oh, she says that she likes them, unfortunately. So yeah, I should be streaming again tomorrow. That's where I was going with that. Oh, here's another one for you. Barry McCocken. His very first song, I'm Big Baz. That character came from me talking to one of my friends on Facebook, and he sent me a message over voice note, and I literally just took the voice note, imported that, and used his voice to create a song, and then tried to write that song as him. So yeah, Big Baz is, or Barry McCocken, sorry, is based on a real person. So every time I get a comment on one of the Baz videos, I'll screenshot it and send it over to him, and he gets giddy about it, because it's like people are actually talking to him. That I'm not sure about. I don't know when Rob's coming back to Watershed, but when he does, it will be with the new album. It'll be completely different to what he's already done. However, the stuff that he's uploading, the stuff that Aurora Groove Music is uploading, is a continuation of I Am the series. So, just so you don't miss that, I'll just find Aurora's channel. There it is. And that's the channel that the next lot of Rob's songs are going to be uploaded to. I think it's going to be it's either going to be part 6 to part 10, or it's going to be I Am the MF2, part 1 to part 5. You know, funnily enough, I did want a female counterpart to Rob, but the only thing I could think of doing for a female counterpart would literally be like either Rob's twin, or Rob's wife, and she would have been called Robin. So it's Robin You Blind. But I'd never thought of any songs or like where I'd take that. However, 100% demonetized instantly. But I may just go with that. But it won't be until, at least until in the new year. I've got everything ready for this month. That's a lie. I had everything ready for this month, and then YouTube started just demonetizing everything I was uploading, so I thought I would react to that by pushing out more music. So I've just, as of last week, I've just started writing more songs for this month. So originally it was going to be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that was it. Now it's going to be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And the second I have finished uploading and scheduling everything like for the rest of the month, I'll know when the extra songs are going to go out. I might just not do a live stream tomorrow and just turn, like, everything I have, just turn it into a video and get them all scheduled. I've still got quite a way to go, actually. No, that's only got 2 weeks. I also need to make a new one for a song's just gone live 25 minutes ago. I need to turn that into a short and get that ready for tomorrow. I have a cover version of Don't Fear the Reaper and Bad Moon Rising, and I Put a Spell on You. They was going to be the original Friday videos, but I changed it to the songs with Stu Two Locks. So there's This Is Halloween. That's going to go live this Friday. There's another one that I'm working on right now with Stu. There's also Rattle Them Bones, which isn't a Friday song, but is with Stu. What else have I got? Just Insider, I Wanna Be Deep in Your Crypt is that this week? I've got 2 from the Pink Lips. One of them's just gone live today. That was Sweet Pumpkin Pie. 1 from the Foreskins. One from Fonda. I'm not even going to say her second name because that in itself. 2 from 2 individual members of the Foreskins. Oh, there's another mashup remix song with Stu. No, it isn't. No, that I need to wait until Stu's done the guitar for that one. This is a remix version. So I'll post the remix same night, maybe. Just a couple of hours apart. So yeah, there's a lot that I need to move that one into my extras folder. There's a lot that I have, and there's still a lot more that I'm working on. Yeah, no worries. Hopefully you enjoy Aurora's music. But yeah, like I said, like that's where Rob's going to be next. Oh, right. No, you've got me there. Especially with the horror. I'm a huge horror fan, which is why I'm having so much fun with music this month. Not sure they're as good as they could be in terms of like a song. Like Like, I would like to do something like, I forgot his name now. Ray William Johnson's band. Your Favourite Martian. Was it Zombie Love Song? Like that kind of thing I want. Like, just a good song that anyone can listen to. But that's not what the channel's about. So I'm refraining from even attempting to write something like that because... It just wouldn't fit. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a few. I've probably got some... That's just what's on my phone. I've probably got some more artist names on my laptop. I end up splitting it a lot. Like, sometimes I work on the laptop and... I've got a huge list of artist names on my laptop. Fonda has been taken, so take that one off. Anel's good. Anita Mandafor. Nope. That's spelled with a PH, YouTube. Faye Corgasm. I've also got the names of the Foreskins and the Pink Lips, which Lottie Love, Gimme a Nailin', Anita Dickon, and Lesbians, Jack Hammer, Dick Toomany, IB Bustin, and Ben Dover. I will certainly write that in there and see what I can do. Yeah, now, as I was saying a little earlier, it probably won't be until... No, I take it back. I was going to say it probably won't be until in the new year when I get round to working on the new artists. However, Lara Das would possibly work at Christmas time. Lara Das, I want to eat your Christmas pudge. That could work. Could. Maybe. In fact, I do have, if you go back through my channel, in fact, don't go through my channel, I'll just post a link. One of my very early songs. It's clean, but where I started. The image of the woman on that isn't far off what Lara would be. And if you've ever seen Baby Reindeer, then yeah, that's what that song is. It's written from the perspective of the woman in Baby Reindeer. So, in my opinion, really good song, because Baby Reindeer was great. There's also a response track. But yeah, no, that could be a relation of Lara's. What was the name? It was Fiona Dunn, wasn't it? I didn't click on it. I just thingy. Bear with me. Martha Dunn. Because her real name was Fiona. It was Martha in the show, but Richard's real name. Richard's name in the show was Dunn. So I. Oh, was it? Is it the other way around? No, I took the. For her. Her name in the show was Martha, and his was Donnie Dunn. So she became Martha Dunn. And then Richard has his real name and Fiona's real surname. He has a response track. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Martha was a stalker, and she has literally stolen Donnie's surname and pretended it's her own. So she could literally be called Lara. Not Lara, sorry. She could literally be called Martha Das, and she's just going by Dunn because, again, psychopath. So Lara could be Martha's sister. I'm not sure, but I think I'm definitely going to work this in somewhere. Nope. Pud. There we go. Yeah, I was typing down the song name. I don't know if it's I Want to Eat or I Want. But yeah, I've typed down I Want Your Christmas Pud, and hopefully that'll get worked into it. Next month, maybe, when I start working on the Christmas songs. Oh, this is going fast. I've still got a full CD to write for November. Or a CD to finish off for November. For the 1st of November. I've still got a CD to write for the end of January. I've also got an intro to record for that one. That's actually gonna like feature me, I suppose. It's gonna be like a skit sort of thing. That should be fun. I have a full Christmas event to write, bar a couple of songs. There's a lot, but it's fun. All right. What time are we on? 20. No, it's time that I start heading off. But I'll either be back tomorrow or I will be back on Wednesday. Possibly tonight, but I always say that I'll stream later on. I'll come back in a few hours and then I chill with the missus and get tired and don't. So I will try and get on tonight because I want to stream and chat to Stu, but he's always at work when I stream. My fault, really. I choose to stream at this time. But yeah, no, I will try and get back on 3 hours maybe, 2-3 hours. If not, I'll be back either same time tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm only going to do one because the day that I'm not, I'm just going to fly through everything that I've got to upload and just get them done, and then everything's scheduled, and that's the rest of the month sorted out, minus the extra songs, and I can start working them into the schedule and possibly getting them out sooner. I will try for, let's get up the calendar, we're on Monday now. Try and get the first extra song out on either this Thursday or next Tuesday. I'm not going to get one done for tomorrow. I know for a fact I won't get it done in time. And then the 28th through to the 31st, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll have the last 4 Halloween songs, unless I overdo it. If I end up writing extra, they'll all be uploaded, just thrown out at the end of the month. And then the 1st is a Friday. There won't be a normal song, but there will be a full album. So cool, that's that. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's been fun, and I'll chat to you all again.